Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Kankana's Health Forum, and today I'm here with you to talk about how we can care for a stroke patient in our home. So let's start the video. So before talking about how we can care for a stroke patient in our home, the first thing that we have to know is what is stroke. So stroke occurs when there is an inadequate blood flow to the part of the brain, or there is any hemorrhage in the brain that results in death of a brain cell. So that is called stroke. It is a long-term care, so you have to be emotionally very much strong, as well as you have to keep patience, because as a family it is your responsibility. Number 1 is medicine. Do not skip the medicine whatever prescribed by the physician, because if you skip the medicine it might lead to the further complication, which we don't want to do. It is your responsibility how you have to maintain the regularity of the medicine so that your loved one will not miss any dose of the medication. Let's come to the number 2 point, that is mobility. So the name itself is saying like mobility means mobile. We have to move the patient. Now we have to keep in mind how we have to move the patient. Every 2 hourly we have to change the position of the patient so that we can prevent them from getting the pressure ulcer. Now what is pressure ulcer? It is a skin injury results because of a prolonged pressure in the skin. So our main goal is to prevent the pressure ulcer so that we can prevent the further complications of the patient. So mobility is very important. We have to move the patient every 2 hourly. Now let's come to the number 3 point, that is nutritional therapy. Inability to feed oneself can be frustrating and may result in malnutrition and dehydration. Now what type of diet they have to take? So it differs because there are different type of stroke, and according to your patient's conditions the clinical dietitian will do the assessment, nutritional assessment, and whatever finding they will get, according to that finding they are going to give you the diet plan. So it is different from the other patients, so it is very important to consult the clinical dietitian. Now let's come to the number 4 point, that is bowel and bladder function. In stroke patient, most commonly we can see that they are suffering from the constipation or incontinence. So a high fiber diet and an adequate fluid is recommended generally. To establish a bowel regularity, it is very important to maintain a regular time daily for taking the patient to the bathroom so that they will have a proper bowel pattern. A good time for defecation is the 30 minutes after the breakfast. And why it is important? Because it stimulates the gastrocolic reflex and peristalsis. You can adjust the timing of the bowel habit according to your patient convenience. Not only bowel difficulties, but for the stroke patient we can see the urinary difficulties also. It is very important to maintain a regularity of the time, as I have told before. So in waking hours you can give them the bedpan every 2 hourly, and at the night time you can give the bedpan every 3 to 4 hourly to maintain the regularity of the bladder habit also. Because holding urine for a long period of time may lead to the urinary tract infection, so we have to prevent that. So it is very important to maintain the timing. Now the last point is communication. In this critical condition you have to understand the mental status of your patient, because they are not independent like before. They are always dependent on someone, and that is you. So you have to understand their condition and you have to listen to them. You have to give them time to talk. So how you are going to communicate? Number 1, you have to keep in mind frequent meaningful communication. Whenever you talk with your patient, your communication should inspire them. And during the communication, you ask them question, and after asking the question, you pause for some time and give them time to answer. And you don't interrupt in between. You sit and you listen. Give them time. And whenever you ask question, it should be simple and short sentences so that they can answer in yes or no. And most important thing, don't forget to praise your patient when they are improving their speech. It really works. And one more important thing that I wanted to share with you is, because of the disease condition, the patient may be unable to control their emotion, may suddenly burst into the tears and laughter. Maintain a calm environment and avoid shaming and scolding your patient. They need time, and as a family, you have to understand that. So these are some 5 points how you can care for a stroke patient in your home, and I hope all of you have got some idea about this. And if you really like my video, then kindly like, share and subscribe, and let me know in the comment section below. Thank you.